Hey everyone, my name is Daniel, and since this is the last video of this year 2024, I thought I'll end by just reviewing some of the highlights of the things that I've achieved this year, and some of it you might be part of. So, the items that I'm going to cover are personal achievements, personal content statistics, memorable moments, and my goals for 2025. But before we get started, here is my new intro video for 2025. So let's start with personal achievements. And there were three of them. So first of all, it was new jobs. So I switched over to a new job on April of 2024 from being a lead engineer to a solutions architect. I basically switched over into the consulting line of business. But my wife also switched jobs. She started a new job in August, switching over from a school nurse to an operations or an OR room nurse. We both love our new jobs. We're actually pretty happy that we made this decision, and we really think it's a big blessing to the entire family. Next is a major YouTube completion. I actually hit the 30,000 subscribers goal that I had set for myself. In fact, that was the goal I set for the end of this year, but I actually hit that right around October time. So again, that was a huge, big blessing. Again, big kudos and thank you for all of you who've been following me on this channel. And I actually hope to achieve more of that in the year to come. And as far as certifications go, the new certification I acquired was for the Azure Data Model one, which was the DP900. And I also went and renewed my existing one, which was the PL100. This is the last time I can renew that PL100 because now that has been sunsetted. But I plan to achieve more of those in the next year. However, since I had the opportunity to renew that once, I thought I'll go and take care of that. So these were the three big career milestones that I achieved in 2024. Next, I want to look at my personal content statistics, and that covers all my YouTube channel content plus the events that I've spoken at in personal and in virtual. And for that, let's take a look at my Power BI report. So my 2024 included 6 events, which had a total of 17 sessions and 60 YouTube videos. So let's drill down into the events section over here. All right, so I did a total of 6 events, but those included 3 of them in person and 3 of them virtual. And if we actually go and take a look at the in-person ones, you can see that I had a majority of them over here. So for example, of the 17 sessions that I did, 14 of them were in person. So I really like that now we are doing more and more of these events in person because that's where the real knowledge is all about. And just for your knowledge sake, the Power Platform Community Conference, the 2 TechCon ones, which was one in Dallas and one in Seattle, those are the ones that I actually did in person. But the virtual ones are pretty good too. I went ahead and did the Teams Nation, which was earlier in the year. Then I did the Zero to Hero, which is led by Victor Dantes. Over there, I was able to go and present on the Copilot Studio AI side. And then the same thing on the Come Cloud with Us as well. I went ahead and did that over here. But these were all the sessions that I did that. I had a great time going and performing at all of them. So this year I went and released a total of 60 videos on YouTube, which comprised of 7 different services. And these are them. There was from Microsoft 365 Copilot, Copilot Studio, Microsoft Forms, and then pretty much the entire Power Platform, including also Microsoft SharePoint. And if you go and take a look at all of these, you will see how many of them. For example, I did 16 videos just on Copilot Studio, but I was able to do a bunch of them on the Power Apps, a bunch of them on Power Automate, and so on and so forth. When I say Power Platform over here, that was basically more on the administrative side. See, on the right, you can see examples such as Microsoft Power Platform Catalog, new settings in Power Platform Administration. These are all of them. Pretty neat from this standpoint. But I also like to show this little timeline over here. So August was a huge month for me. On August, I actually went ahead and released 4 full-length sessions and 3 short sessions. That was the big one for me. But then all the other months also were not bad. Consistently released 1 video per week, but they also did a combination of some of the shorts versus some of them were just full-length ones. So the full-length ones were 54 videos, and then I did 6 short ones over here. Now granted, this year was a little low compared to last year because if I take a look at the 2023, I did a total of 86 videos across 10 different services. And so this year for 2024, I did take a break from some of the Microsoft Viva ones and some of the SharePoint Syntax ones because my big focus was all around the Copilot side. And even to prove that to you, see the total number of videos I had was 60. But if I just go and select the Copilot, that was 30 videos. 50% of my videos for 2024 was completely on Copilot. And if you switch over to 2023 and select on the Copilot, of the 86 videos that I had last year, only 17 of them was on Copilot. So that's definitely less than 50%. So as you can see, that was my big shift from 2023 to 2024. Huge amount of videos, 50% of them was purely based on the Copilot. And now for the 2025, I think the statistics is going to go even higher. Like this year, 50%. Next year, I already anticipate we're going to be at the 75% range, focused purely on the Copilot. So this was basically just an overview of all the content that I've created on YouTube channel and the events, which is breakout sessions and the workshops that I did. So let's switch gears and talk a little bit about the memorable moments of my life for this year. First of them was travel experiences. Right around the spring break time, as a family, we went to the Biltmore Estate, which is actually a historic place in Asheville, North Carolina, USA. Summertime, we actually did two things. There was a beach vacation, which we always do as a family, again, in the same state I live in, which is North Carolina, USA. But then we also went to the Washington, D.C. to visit all the beautiful Smithsonian museums, or at least as many as we could do in that 4-day span. And then around the fall time, it was actually a weekend trip to Las Vegas where my wife and I just snuck that in. I was already over there for the conference, and my wife flew in on the weekend, and we actually had a great time. So these are just some of the pictures from the events. Spring break is when we went up to the Biltmore Estate. Some pictures as a family. Summertime, this was the one where we did our vacations one. We were able to even do some sightseeing around the places around it. Again, this was the one where we went to Washington, D.C. to see all the nice Smithsonian museums. We were also there by the beautiful monument and the White House area. And then finally, the little weekend trip that my wife and I snuck out at was in Las Vegas. We stayed again at the MGM Grand and did some beautiful sightseeing in the locations nearby. So these were just some of the memorable moments. Next was special occasions with family and friends. The two big ones were we celebrated my wife's 40th birthday. I had a great time celebrating that with close friends and families. And then we always do Thanksgiving with family, and we had quite the feast. So this is the picture of my wife's 40th birthday. We actually did at the Topgolf, and we invited very close friends and family members. Had a great evening over there. You can see the picture. My wife had a blast. And then we always do Thanksgiving together as a family, my sister's family, all are get together. We just have a great time playing games together as a family, and that delicious food that we enjoyed together. Just a great time. All right, some of you know of my hobby for musical holiday lights. Well, I added a big upgrade to that this year, and that was a mega tree. This was my addition to my holiday light. So that mega tree is 11 feet tall. It has a total of 890 pixels. Those pixels are those smart LED type of bulbs. On the left, you see that picture that I actually had to do some testing before the season actually came in. Did that right outside my garage. And on the picture on the right, you see that we're actually setting that up in our front yard, because that is what the lights look like. So now if you see this video that I'm showing you, this is the entire setup of the show. You've got all these lights blinking in a beautiful fashion, synchronized to a music. But on the left side, you actually see that big mega tree. That was the big one for this year. All right, so I want to end with my goals for 2025. And first, I want to talk from a professional aspiration standpoint. I do want to continue doing my certifications, but now this time pursuing more advanced level certifications directly, not just on the Power Platform side, but across the entire Microsoft 365 side as well. Also, continue doing some mentoring opportunities. I want to mentor the next generation of folks who are especially pursuing career on the Microsoft Cloud and the AI technology sides. I would love to just come alongside with them, give them some guidance, share some personal experiences with them, and just continue to have more mentoring opportunities. And I do want to aspire my leadership roles as well. However, be very rooted towards the technology side as well, because I want to know everything that is working out. So I'll be more of a hands-on person, but then also continue to enhance based on my influence and first-hand experiences that I have to all the other people, sharing the knowledge, sharing the experiences, and giving some guidance. These are my professional aspirations. From a personal growth perspective, I just went and added this over here as well. I want to try new hobbies for creativity. I want to stretch myself outside the comfort zone. So I was already doing some lightweight astrophotography, but I want to take this to the next level. So I already went ahead and actually got this very dedicated camera purely for astrophotography and do some more extended one, not just out in our solar system, but this time go ahead and extend beyond our solar systems and maybe even do some more higher level photography on that. And as far as plans for new experiences go, I want to continue on our travel adventures. There are still so many places of our North America and United States of America that I have to still see. So as a family now, we're going to go and hit those places that we've never actually been to, experiencing different cultures and also the natural wonders that we have to see. I want to continue co-presenting. So in this year, I had the pleasure of co-presenting with quite a few people. You see that I presented with Lisa Crosby at the Power Platform Community Conference. We had over 1,000 people in our conference. Same conference over there, I went and did a workshop, over 170 people with Matthew Duane. Loved that time. Such a great experience with even the audience we had. And then my buddy, which is William Honeycutt, him and I have co-presented both in workshops and in breakout sessions. These are the three big people who had such a big impact in my life with when I co-presented with them. I want to continue doing that. Definitely happy to co-present with them, but also do the same thing I just mentioned, is come alongside people who are trying out speaking engagements for the first time and then give them a little bit of guidance and coaching so that they can also excel in this speaking engagement. So I just want to end this video and this year by saying thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being part of this journey, of my journey for the year 2024. It has been a great year, and yes, there were challenges along the way, but we faced them together. And thank you for all the support that you've provided, not just through my YouTube channel, but taking the time to meet me at all of these events. We had a fun time talking about both the good and bad things that we face, but hey, we did it together. And so 2024 was a great year, and I look forward to everything for 2025. So from my family to yours, I wish you a happy holiday and a blessed new year.